Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world. And no one will keep that light from shining.
All of you praised. All of you praised. All of your name praised. All of you praised. All of you praised. Well, this must be Allah's dwelling place. And the last thing I remember is the plane striking the building. I can't wait to see Muhammad and receive my virgins for all the infidels that I've killed. How dare you? Let me pass!
Have you not heard what my son Jesus said? I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. I've described those like you that shall put others out of the synagogues in my book. Yes, the time comes that whosoever kills my servants will think that he does God a service. And these things you have done because you did not know me or my son Jesus. But I have said, the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Whosoever falls on that stone will be broken, but on whomsoever it falls, it will grind him to powder.
The Quran tells me that for my sacrifice, I am guaranteed a high seat beside Allah and many beautiful virgins. Your book is wrong. My book is right. Where are my virgins? My high seat of honor.
You knew my scriptures. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me? There is only one sacrifice I will accept, the sacrifice that was offered through my only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, who through the eternal Spirit offered himself without spot to me, shedding his blood for all sin. Your idea of redemption is through your works, But I have told you that you can only be redeemed by accepting my Son. You and others like you have refused him and his sacrifice. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity, into the place made for the devil and his angels.
No! No! Muhammad was wrong! Let me in! Let me in! No! Who are these creatures, these lovely creatures? I'll find a friend here, I'm sure. Please let me in. You mean I can't? You mean you won't let me in this lovely place? Why? This must be the gates to heaven.
How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?
Now I remember. There was a man. He came to our village for just a little while. He told a one called Jesus. He said he'd send another to take his place. But no one ever came. No one ever came to lead us out of darkness. Why didn't you send someone with this message? You can save me from this horrible eternity in hell. Because of you, I'm lost. I'm lost.
Have you not read how my servant was sent away with these words? Go that way for this time. When I have a convenient season, I will call thee. But today is the day of salvation. This night thy soul shall be required of thee. And because you have refused to hear my servants, though you cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear you. Depart from me,